There's 4 games of the season left. We could get relegated at any point if we lose any of them. And because the football manager gods are cruel mistresses, today we play former clubs, Southend and Plymouth. It's written in the stars that one of them is going to relegate us. The only thing that can possibly save us at this point is beating both of our old teams and hoping some other results go our way, which is quite unlikely. Hello and welcome to Season 13, Episode 3 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we are at home against Southend, we're away against Plymouth, and we are rock bottom of the Championship, boys and girls. We're 7 points away from safety. It's all gone desperately wrong. We haven't won a football match for 6 games again. That wasn't part of the plan when we came in and took over. And I'm thumping the microphone in frustration. The really frustrating thing as well is we were in the lead in all of these games and we lost them all. We can score goals, we can attack, we just can't defend. I know I should have made these decisions sooner, or this decision, but I've made it now. We've adjusted the tactics slightly just to see. It's a final roll of the dice, a final attempt to do something. We're going to a diamond. I know it's not the sweeping tactical change that you're all crying out for, but in my defence, we don't really have any wide players. Ipswich were clearly playing quite a narrow system before. We're blessed with a lot of good central midfield players. We don't really have anyone who can play on the wing. So we're kind of restricted into playing something that is in our wheelhouse anyway. My theory behind dropping Reed back as an anchor man, we're going full on just sit there, is because we are getting attacked, particularly down this side where Egbo's racing forward. I think we need him attacking. He's creating a lot. He's an attacking force for us, getting crosses in for these 3 effectively strikers that we've got up there. Reed hopefully will come across and fill in that gap. It's all I've got. I'm not a tactical genius. I haven't been able to make any signings at this club. Fingers crossed some kind of miracle happens, and if it doesn't, then we have a season in League One or I'll get fired. But we hopefully have a season in League One with a whole load of money to spend, and I'll enjoy that, and you lot enjoy watching it when I enjoy it. So let's not be down, let's not be negative, let's go down fighting. We're going to go down attacking. We're going to start off by beating Southend today, and this is the team that's going to do it. We've got Yilmaz in goal, a back 4 of Chesmaine, Powell, Roberts and Egbo, with Reed sat in front of them as an anchor man for protection. Cox and McGregor make up our midfield, with Obi in behind Martin and Foot. We are attacking because it's all we know how to do. Everybody, cross those fingers. Let's do this. It's less effective when I then have to press the space bar about 4 times because I was on the wrong screen. I thought we'd just get straight into the game. None of our old folk are there anymore. I mean, we signed most of them for Southend. Not for Southend, they are Southend for Plymouth. I think Zellerlin was the last one still at the club, but I believe he's now moved on as well. So none of our old boys are there. So we have no reason to avoid beating them other than the fact that the fans and I still have this special relationship. Clearly the board don't rate me, but the fans should still be grateful for the back-to-back titles that we won with them. Southend are in no danger of getting relegated. Foot is in and forces a save out the goal. Oh, it wasn't even a save. It's just gone straight over. Southend are already safe, and they're not threatening the playoffs anyway. If there's any justice in the world, they'll just roll over and let us tickle their bellies and get a comfortable win going into the match against Plymouth, which is another one where, it'd be nice to have my old players stick up for me a little bit. Martin scored only his 5th goal of the season, puts us 1-0 up. Because we've gone straight into the 3D replay, I haven't been able to see what that does to the league table. I know we had that big 7-point gap, but the 2 teams directly above us are definitely catchable today. 2 wins, we can be very close to escaping tomorrow. If we win all 4 games, that's a lot of points. We'll be safe. I am confident of that. So as it stands right now, we're still 5 points from safety. We need Swansea to slip up as well. Foot to Martin to McGregor. He's in and it's 2-0 after 25 minutes. Come on, let's just hold on to a lead. I'm trying not to get too excited because of the amount of times recently where we've gone ahead. We were even 2-0 ahead in one of the games and we still managed to throw it all away. I know at some point we should have gone defensive or counter-attacking, but I think we all know each other well enough by this point to also know that I don't know when the right time to do that is or how to do it. I've been playing Football Manager for 20 years. I've never been able to defend a lead. All I know how to do is keep attacking. When our team is good enough and confident enough and the players are of high enough quality, it works. You've seen that in the promotion seasons that we've had. There were a few people in the comments yesterday saying, quite frankly, stupid things like the 4-3-1-2 doesn't work. Well, it does. How many promotions have we had over the last 13 seasons? It obviously works. Blackpool, okay, we didn't use the 4-3-1-2. Bad example. But Plymouth never should have finished third last season. We shouldn't have got promoted the season before. Oh, it's 2-1. Southend should never have won League One. We should never have had a record finish with Hamilton. We did all of that with the 4-3-1-2. It does work, but for it to work properly, you need the players. And it's the problem we had going into tour. And it's probably the biggest mistake I've made, taking a job after the transfer window is closed, because I haven't had time to bring in any of my own players. I'm not a tactical manager. I'm not going to come in and have a tactical impact on a club. My strength is in the transfer market. And if I'd have taken Ipswich over in the summer, regardless of what league they were in, we would have never been in doubt of having a bad season. We'd have been fine. Every season we've had in Non-League to Legend this year, where I was at the club at the start of the season, has been a good one. The only bad seasons have happened. Okay, there was Blackpool. Blackpool just ruin everything. If we forget Blackpool exists, then my problem only comes when I take over a team halfway through the season. And that's the lesson I need to learn. I can't do that. And that is a massive problem, because that puts us back to the bottom of the league. It makes it not fully impossible yet, but really close to impossible. For those of you keeping tabs on the cough, it's back because I'm ill again. Hence we missed the episode earlier in the week, and a goal went in, so I coughed. Managed to avoid it for the first 3 goals of this game, but that one upset me so much that I had to cough. Now, I mean, desperation time. If we don't win this game, we're not staying up. There's just no way. We've done this too often. We're taking leads. I don't know when the right time to go defensive is, so I'm not doing it, because I just feel like that invites the opposition on. I mean, we're still only 55 minutes into this game. If it had been part of the plan to go defensive at some point, I wouldn't have done it yet. Foot makes it 3-2. See, once we get 20-25 minutes before the end of the game, I might do it. But I'm not going to do it when we're only 1-0 ahead, because if we sit back, they're going to attack us. We're not good enough defensively. We're inviting them to score. Whereas if we keep attacking, if the ball is up their end of the pitch because we're attacking, they're not going to score against us. That's always been my philosophy on it. If we're 2 or 3 goals ahead with 20 minutes to go, then I might cave and go to counter-attacking. I'm not going to do it in this situation. And we have this back and forth where you all tell me I should have done, but no one really tells me why I should. There's not really been a statistical study. So I'm so clutching at straws. I think through trial and error over 20 years of playing this game, I've thrown away more leads when I've tweaked the tactic than when I've left it well alone. You just remember the ones where I don't change anything because you think I should change something. I remember the ones where I do change something because I think I shouldn't. And we're all, it's human nature. You're more inclined to remember the examples that prove you were right. What we need to do is study this properly. Phone calls while I'm in the... I've put Do Not Disturb on. The phone still rings. What's happening? We're still winning. Excellent stuff. Oh, goodness me, we're not winning anymore. See, the curse of the phone call. We can all blame that on my daughter. If that goal is the reason that we don't stay in the Championship, then it's all because I had to leave it paused for 5 minutes while I was on the phone to my daughter. We all know, getting back to the topic of remembering stuff that proves you right, we all know that if you pause the game for a long period of time, it punishes you for it and you can see the goal. We all know that. If you're winning at half time and you go and make a cup of tea and come back, you'd end up losing by the end of the second half. That's a thing. We all know that's a thing. That's real. What are we supposed to do here? I got slaughtered for bringing Watts on at right back the other day. Doing it again because he's attacking. Reed's going to come across and cover. I don't care if we lose, because unless we win, it doesn't matter. So I'm bringing him on to help us win the game. If we that's it. No more explanation needed. If we lose, we lose. So what? It's no different to drawing in this situation. We have to go and get a winner, because 7 points with 3 games left to go, that is asking an awful lot from a team that hasn't won in 7 games. And it's not going to happen, is it? Because Southend have got the ball. The final whistle's about to go. Yet again, for about the 4th game in a row, we've had a lead and thrown it away. Oh, that is just horrifying. Has that relegated us? What's that? 8 points now with... I mean, it's... To be fair, it's no harder than it was at 3-3. And I know it was what's given away the foul that led to that. So, foot's in. I thought that was going to be a penalty. It's not. We've lost. But, 4-3. We're going down fighting. Which is not very good. Even in light of the fact that we're about to get relegated against our old club, and it's just going to be this wonderful piece of circular punishment. Oh, it's brought a smile to my face having the press conference ask me about Mr. Snake in the Grass, which I've forgotten we'd call him. Tomorrow's match sees you come up against a familiar face in Mr. Snake in the Grass. What have you made of his managerial career so far, and how much are you looking forward to pitting your wits against him? Being completely honest, I was never convinced he was cut out to be a manager. He's more suited to the background because he's a snake in the grass. There we go. Yeah, other than that, I doubt they'll ask me about him anymore. Of course we're going to attack. And, yeah, stupid snake in the grass swine. He ruined everything. Right, no changes, because we've got no one else who's any good. I mean, that bench is just trash. We'll just get into the game. We're not going to chat. I think... if we weren't on such an awful losing run, we would have beaten Southend. Yeah, we want to stay up. No, there's not going to be any tweaks, but I'll tell you there are, just to confuse you. We've left out Watts because he's not very good. He's being rested. Mark Smith's absent. Yeah, good. He's great. Yeah, more incentive. Right, what are they doing over here? I mean, look at that beautiful football. I don't know who these lot are. Oh, Rowdy King and Juan Francisco. Smith and Mantum in midfield. Josh Grant. I mean, after all we've been through. At least Hartley's not even in this. I mean, there you go. Hartley's on the bench. I thought he'd not even had him in the squad. Can we drag him over here? Is that... No? Oh, dear. I mean, it was written in the stars that this was going to be how we got relegated. They're playing the tactic that I was tempted to try but never really figured out how to do. It's my players that I signed that I would have gotten a lot blooming higher than 11th place, that's for sure. And now we're going to get relegated. Come on, lads. Let's have this be the day that we turn everything around. Mark Foot, his 14th goal of the season now. He's scored, 7 or 8 goals since I've been at the club. He's done his part. Everyone attacking-wise has done their part. We're just not solid enough at the back. Please let today be the day where we start being solid at the back. That would be tremendous. I don't think I've said tremendous on the channel before. Even with that, we're still 6 points away from safety. We need other things to go our way. I don't know what goal difference is like down the bottom here. It seems massively like I'm tempting fate to even look, because Plymouth are about to come and score. Matt Mantum, very tame shot for him. He wants me to stay up. Right. Goal difference is starting to become a concern. Right, Reading. Reading are losing in their game, presumably. Our goal difference is worse than both Reading and Swansea. They're the only 2 teams we can catch. It's going to be a tall order to catch them. We're relying on them both losing both of their remaining matches while we win ours. But also, we need to make sure we're winning them by more than they're losing theirs by. We need to sort this goal difference out. Swansea, there's a 3-point gap in goal difference at the moment. So even if we won both of our games and they won both of theirs, and they lost both of theirs, sorry. Actually, no, because then the goal difference would balance out. Maths, Kev. Maths. Just win the games. If we win both of our games, I'm confident we'll be safe. Let's change that up. If we win both of our games, they both lose both of theirs, I'm confident we'll be safe. Because of maths in it. Right. Chesmain, you're coming off because you're not having a good game again. Martin, also not having a good game yet again. McHugh, I don't remember playing you before. You like to be a target man on attack, do you? Well, you can like all you want. My moustache is getting too long. I need moustache wax. If we manage to stay up, I will curl the corners of my moustache for the first video of next season. Come on, world. We all want to see that. Let's give me a reason to wax my moustache. I have moustache wax upstairs. I'm just not allowed to use it. If we stay up, I use it on the internet. There you go. Come on, world. Let me curl my moustache. And she can't stop me if we've stayed in the league. McHugh is through and it's 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. And both Reading and Swansea are losing. As it stands at the moment, the gap is only 5 points. Only 5 points, he says, with 2 games to go. Oh, it's getting tense now. Goodness me, is it getting tense. Is the Great Escape on, everybody? Plymouth, bless their cotton socks, are rolling over the way Ipswich should have... Not Ipswich, we're Ipswich. The way Southend should have. We've been away from Southend for too long. My awesomeness is still fresh in the memory of these Plymouth players. These are still my players. It's my team. They know I deserve better than what I received. They all hate Mr. Snake in the Grass. That's why they're not performing for him. Kevin Sutherland's got himself sent off. He was always a bit rubbish, but goodness me, he's done it for us today. It's got to be it now, surely. 5 minutes to go. They're down to 10 men. If we hold on. Hold the phone. This is one of those tactics where I don't mind doing that. Watch that backfire. I guarantee that's backfiring now. Oh. Right, we've gone defensive. For anyone who was too busy, if you were doing something else and you're only sort of half listening, we've gone defensive. And it only blooming worked. Right, maths. We are 5 points away from both Reading and Swansea with 2 games to go. Those 2 games will be coming up tomorrow. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.